Welcome back. Tonight, we are turning off the lights and stepping into the suffocating silence of the narcissist's bedroom. You have spent countless sleepless nights staring at the ceiling, tormented by one agonizing thought. Are they sleeping soundly while I am falling apart? You imagine them wrapped in the arms of a new lover, untroubled by conscience, sleeping the deep sleep of the innocent. It is a nightmare that plays on a loop in your traumatized brain. But I am here to shatter that illusion with forensic precision. We are going to expose the secret, pathetic, and terrifying reality of what actually happens when the narcissist is alone in the dark. The truth is not that they are sleeping. It is that they are hunting, spiraling, and running from a ghost that wears your face. The happy ending they projected on social media is a lie designed to torture you. They want you to believe that the breakup was a release for them, a liberation into a better life. But you must understand the physiology of a predator. A predator does not relax when it loses its primary food source. It goes into a state of hyperarousal and starvation. When the sun goes down and the audience goes home, the narcissist loses the distraction of the false self. The applause stops. The admiration stops. And in that vacuum, the silence screams. They are not resting. They are wrestling with the terrifying void that you use to fill with your love, your energy, and your very soul. What they do every night is a ritual of digital surveillance. You might have blocked them. You might have gone no contact. It does not matter. They have burner accounts. They have flying monkeys. They have anonymous viewers. They spend hours, literally hours, scrolling through your past photos, your current status, and your friends' lists. This is not out of love. It is not out of nostalgia. It is an obsession born of ownership. They are checking to see if you are suffering. If you look sad, they get a hit of dopamine. If you look happy, they suffer a narcissistic injury that keeps them awake until dawn, seething with a jealous rage that feels like physical pain. They are battling object inconstancy. In a healthy mind, when a person leaves, we hold a stable image of them in the history we shared. The narcissist cannot do this. At night, without you there to regulate them, their internal image of you fluctuates wildly. 1 minute, you are the all-bad traitor who ruined their life, and they mutter curses at the ceiling. The next minute, you are the all-good savior who got away, and they are engulfed in a panic of abandonment. They are stuck on a roller coaster in the dark, whipping between hatred and desperation, unable to integrate these two versions of you into a single human being. They are desperately trying to rewrite the narrative. The night is when they rehearse their defense for a court that isn't in session. They pace the floor, having imaginary arguments with you where they finally win. They rewrite the history of the relationship in their head, twisting facts, inventing memories, and editing reality until they're the victim and you are the villain. They do this obsessively to sedate their shame. If they stop this mental gymnastics for even 1 second, the truth of their abuse would crush them. They are not sleeping. They are busy building a fortress of lies to protect a fragile ego that is under siege by the truth. They are engaging in supply farming. Because they lost you, their grade A supply, they are frantic to fill the void. At 2 a.m., they are sliding into DMs, texting exes from 10 years ago, or scrolling through dating apps with manic intensity. This is not about finding romance. It is about finding a pulse. They need someone, anyone, to reflect back to them that they exist. They are throwing out fishing lines into the dark, desperate for a bite, because without an external reaction, they feel like they are dissolving into nothingness. It is a frantic, pathetic scramble for validation from strangers. They compare the new supply to you, and the new supply loses. This is the secret they will take to their grave. They might have a new partner lying next to them, but they're thinking about you. Why? Because the new supply hasn't been trained yet. The new supply doesn't know how to anticipate their needs like you did. The new supply is boring or too demanding or just not you. The narcissist lies there, feeling profound sense of buyer's remorse, angry that they discarded a functioning appliance for a cheaper model that doesn't work as well. They are consumed by paranoid ideation. The silence of the night breeds monsters in their mind. Because they are liars, they assume you are lying. Because they are smear campaigners, they assume you are smearing them. They lay in bed convinced that you are out exposing their secrets, laughing at them with your friends, or plotting their downfall. They check your last seen status on WhatsApp. They analyze your Spotify playlist for hidden messages. They are haunting themselves with a ghost of their own creation, terrified that you are winning the breakup simply by existing without them. They attempt to numb the internal scream. You provided them with emotional regulation. You soothed their anxiety. Without you, they have no mechanism to self-soothe. So, the nights are often filled with addictions. Alcohol, substances, pornography, gaming, or doom scrolling. Anything to drown out the internal voice that whispers, "You are a fraud." They are not partying. They are medicating. They are trying to anesthetize a soul that is raw and bleeding from the self-inflicted wound of losing you. As we pull back the covers on their nighttime ritual, realize this. You are imagining them as powerful, indifferent gods resting on Olympus. In reality, they are shivering children in a haunted house. They are awake, alert, and miserable. The night is not their friend. It is their mirror. And when they look into it, without you standing in front of them to block the view, they see the horror of their own emptiness staring back. We must now perform a forensic dissection of the void they face every night. The narcissist has no true self. They are a construct, a series of reflections gathered from other people. When they are alone at night, the mirrors are covered. There is no audience to perform for. This triggers a state of psychological annihilation. They feel as if they are ceasing to exist. The frantic activity, the scrolling, the drinking, the pacing, is an attempt to prove they are still alive. They are fighting against a spiritual death that threatens to swallow them the moment the lights go out. They are haunted by the phantom limb phenomenon. You were not just a partner. You were a prosthetic limb. You carried their emotional baggage. You managed their ego. You navigated their social world. Now that you are severed from them, they are stumbling. They reach for you instinctively to blame you for something, to vent to you, to use you, and you aren't there. This missing connection causes a phantom pain in their psyche. They are furious at the amputation, even if they were the one holding the saw. Their grandiosity collapses into vulnerability. By day, they can wear the mask of the arrogant, successful untouchable. By night, the mask is too heavy. The vulnerable narcissist emerges. They wallow in self-pity. They cry angry, victimized tears. Why does everyone leave me? Why is the world so unfair? They regress into a toddler-like state of helplessness. This is the secret shame they hide from the world. If you saw them at 3 a.m., you wouldn't be scared. You would be repulsed by their pathetic fragility. They are addicted to the dopamine hits of your digital ghost. Why do they stalk you? It's not love, it's chemistry. During the relationship, the cycle of abuse created a chemical bond. They are just as addicted to the dynamic as you were. Seeing your face, even in a photo, gives them a micro dose of the drug. They hate you, yet they cannot look away. They're like a moth repeatedly flying into a bug zapper, getting shocked over and over again, unable to resist the light that burns them. They experience intrusive thoughts of your competence. They remember how you handled things. They remember how you fixed things. These memories are not fond. They are humiliating. Every memory of your strength is a reminder of their weakness. They try to push these thoughts away, but in the silence of the night, your competence mocks them. They realize they are less capable of navigating life than they pretended to be, and without your safety net, they are terrified of falling. The shadow self takes over the bedroom. We all have a shadow, the parts of ourselves we deny. The narcissist has a massive, dense shadow filled with envy, malice, and insecurity. By day, they project this onto you. By night, without you there to catch the projection, the shadow turns inward. They start to attack themselves. The inner critic they use to abuse you turns its guns on them. You're a loser. You're getting old. You're broke. They are trapped in a room with their own abuse. They strategize future hovers. A significant portion of their night is spent planning how to get you back. Not to love you, but to win. They draft text messages in their head. I miss you. I found that book you liked. I'm dying. They test these scripts, calculating which one will bypass your defenses. They're like a burglar studying the blueprint of a bank they used to work at. looking for a weakness in security system they know you've installed. They suffer from terminal envy of your freedom. If they see you moving on, traveling, or smiling, it burns them like acid. They know, deep down, that they are trapped in their own disordered mind forever, while you have the capacity to heal and escape. This envy keeps them awake. They lay there wishing for your failure, praying for your downfall, manifesting negativity toward you, because your happiness is a mirror reflecting their misery. They engage in triangulation simulation. They imagine scenarios where they make you jealous. They fantasize about running into you while they are with the new supply, looking perfect. They script the dialogue where you beg for them back, and they coldly reject you. These fantasies are their pacifier. They suck on these delusions to soothe the injury of your absence. They need to believe they're the prize, even as they sit alone in the wreckage. Ultimately, the night reveals their solipsistic nightmare. Solipsism is a belief that only one's own mind is sure to exist. The narcissist is trapped in a one-person universe. When you left, you prove that other people exist and have free will. This breaks their reality. They stare into the dark, unable to comprehend that you are a separate entity who chose to leave. It is a cognitive dissonance that short-circuits their brain, leaving them buzzing with anxiety until the sun comes up. The turning point in their nightly ritual comes when they realize the silence is permanent. For the first few weeks, they slept with one eye open, expecting your "I'm sorry" text. They waited for the inevitable return of the victim. But as the weeks stretch into months, a cold dread sets in. The phone doesn't light up. The block doesn't lift. The silence in the room shifts from a temporary pause to a final verdict. The realization that you are actually gone hits them like a physical blow to the chest. This realization triggers a mortification event. In the privacy of their room, the narcissist experiences a collapse of ego, so severe it feels like death. They realize they have lost control. For a control freak, this is the ultimate nightmare. They check your social media one more time, hoping to see a sad quote, but instead, they see you looking radiant. That image is the dagger. It proves that you didn't just survive them. You are thriving because they are gone. The new supply begins to feel the heat. Because the narcissist is miserable at night, they start to devalue the person sleeping next to them. They wake up angry. They pick fights at breakfast. They are punishing the new supply for not being you and for not being able to fix the hole you left. The secret nightly obsession with you is slowly poisoning their current relationship. They are sabotaging their happy ending because they are haunted by the one that got away. They begin to draft a sent message. The pressure builds until they can't take it. They type out the text. "You up? I was just thinking about us. I left the shirt there." They stare at the send button. This moment is the climax of their nightly torture. To send it is to admit need, weakness. To not send it is to starve. They hover over the button, sweating, their thumb trembling. Whether they send it or not, the power dynamic has shifted. They are the beggar at your gate. If they do send it and you don't reply, the narcissistic rage explodes. They don't just go back to sleep, they destroy the room. They block you, then unblock you. They send follow-up text. "Whatever, you're a bitch anyway." They are flailing. Your non-response is a black hole that swallows their ego. They spend the rest of the night pacing, muttering, consumed by the humiliation of being ignored by someone they deemed inferior. They descend into digital stalking madness. When casual checking doesn't yield results, they go deeper. They look at your tag photos. They look at your mother's Facebook. They look at your new partner's LinkedIn. They are building a conspiracy board in their mind. Who is that guy? Why is she at that bar? They are trying to regain control through information. They are the FBI agent of their own heartbreak, investigating a case that was closed months ago. The memory distortion turns against them. In the beginning, they only remember the bad times to justify the breakup. Now, in the lonely dark, the good memories intrude. They remember the way you cooked, the way you listened, the sex, the laughter. These memories are not comforting. They are tormenting. They realize they burned down a warm house to go live in a cold tent. The regret is bitter, not because they hurt you, but because they hurt themselves. They experience sleep dread. They start to fear the bed. They know that laying down means facing the thoughts. So they stay up later and later. They become nocturnal creatures, skulking around the house, watching TV until their eyes burn, passing out on the couch from exhaustion rather than going to bed. The bedroom, once the stage of the performance, has become a cell of solitary confinement. They start hoarding trash. You might notice that if you ever see them again, they look unkempt. The chaos in their mind starts to manifest in their environment. Without you to clean, organize, and manage, their space degrades. They are living in the physical manifestation of their spiritual clutter. They sit in the mess at night, too depressed and disorganized to fix it, blaming you for abandoning them to this squalor. Ultimately, the turning point reveals that they are the prisoner. They trapped you, but you escaped. Now they realize they are trapped in the cage with the beast, themselves. They pace the cage every night, rattling the bars, looking for a way out, but there is no exit from one's own character. You are free. They are serving a life sentence of being who they are. We now witness the narcissistic collapse in real time. The nights of sleep deprivation and obsession take a physical toll. They look haggard. Their eyes are dark and sunken. The aging process accelerates rapidly. The narcissist relies on their looks for supply. So this physical deterioration creates a feedback loop of despair. They look in the bathroom mirror at 4 a.m. and see a ghoul. The monster on the inside is finally surfacing on the skin. They become the night walker. Unable to be alone, they might start going out to bars alone late at night, looking for any supply. They become the creepy person at the end of the bar, talking too loudly, trying to buy affection, bragging to strangers who don't care. They are hunting for scraps. It is a steep fall from the grace of having your dedicated love. They are dumpster diving for attention. They engage in drunken dialing/texting. The inhibitions lower and the shame rises. They might leave voicemails that swing from crying to screaming. I love you, followed by I hate you. These are the confessions of a broken mind. If you receive these, do not answer. They are not communication. They are the audio recordings of a psychological crash. Witnessing it is vindication enough. Participating in it is dangerous. The paranoia bleeds into the day. The obsession they cultivate at night doesn't vanish when the sun comes up. They start acting weird at work. They snap at friends. They lose their ability to mask. The secret nightly torture is destabilizing their entire life structure. They are losing their grip on the false self because they aren't getting enough recharge time. The cracks are showing to the world. They develop psychosomatic symptoms. The body keeps the score. The nightly stress manifests as panic attacks, chest pains, digestive issues, or migraines. They lie in bed clutching their chest, convinced they are dying. In a way, they are. Their ego is undergoing a slow death by starvation. They treat these symptoms not with therapy, but with more attention-seeking behavior, demanding pity for their physical state. They create a shrine of resentment. They might keep a box of your things, not to cherish, but to hate watch. They look at your old letters and mock them, tearing them up in their mind but never throwing them away. They need the physical artifacts of the relationship to prove it happened, to prove they had power. They are the curator of a museum of failed conquests, wandering the halls alone at night. They future fake with themselves. To survive the night, they construct elaborate fantasies about how they will eventually win. I'll get rich and she'll be sorry. I'll get famous and he'll regret leaving. These delusions become more and more detached from reality. They are soothing themselves with fairy tales where the villain wins, drifting off into a sleep fueled by vindictive dreams. The new supply leaves. Eventually, the person they replace you with realizes something is wrong. They notice the late nights. They notice the distance. They catch the narcissist staring at your photo. When the new supply leaves, the narcissist enters a double collapse. Now, they are truly alone. The night becomes twice as dark, twice as quiet, and twice as terrifying. They hit rock bottom without a ladder. For a normal person, rock bottom is a place to rebuild. For a narcissist, it is a place to rot. They sit in the dark, blaming you, blaming the new supply, blaming God. They refuse to look inward. The secret hell is fully realized. It is a room with no doors, wallpaper with mirrors, and they hate the reflection in every single one. The final consequence is total isolation. They have pushed everyone away. The phone doesn't ring. The notifications don't ding. The silence they tried to inflict on you has come home to roost. They are the king of a kingdom of dust. They sit on their throne in the dark, ruling over absolutely nothing. But here's a final truth that you need to integrate into your soul. You are not missing out on anything. You thought they were having a party without you. In reality, they are having a funeral every night. They are mourning the loss of their control, the loss of their fuel, and the loss of their mask. You are the one who is truly sleeping. You are the one with the clean conscience. The narcissist nighttime ritual is a confession. Their obsession with you is the ultimate proof of your value. They know what they lost. They know they fumbled a diamond. Do not let their public indifference fool you. The private reality is that you are the ghost that haunts their house. You are the standard they cannot meet and the memory they cannot erase. You do not need to check on them. You do not need to spy. I have just given you the footage. I have shown you the security tape of their soul. It is bleak, it is repetitive, and it is sad. There is nothing there for you. Do not go back into the haunted house just to see if the ghost is still screaming. It is. It always will be. Your revenge is your rest. While they are pacing and spiraling, you are regenerating. Sleep is for the innocent. Rest is for the healing. Every night that you close your eyes and drift into peaceful dreams, you are winning the war. Your peace is the ultimate insult to their chaos. Let go of the fear that they have forgotten you. A parasite never forgets the host that fed it best. But realize that being remembered by a predator is not a compliment. It is a hunger pang. Let them starve. You are not food. You are a person. And you have removed yourself from a menu. The night belongs to you now. It is a time for dreams, for comfort, for safety. Reclaim your bedroom. Reclaim your sleep. Reclaim the dark. It is no longer a place of anxiety. It is a cocoon for your transformation. You are safe. The monster is locked in their own cage, miles away. Stop imagining them with someone else. Even if they are alone. They are sharing a bed with a body, but their mind is in solitary confinement. Loneliness is not the absence of people. It is the absence of connection. And the narcissist is permanently disconnected. While they are stuck in the loop of the past, you are dreaming of the future. You are evolving. You are moving forward. The distance between you and them grows every night. Keep moving. Don't look back. The view ahead is beautiful. Turn off the light tonight with a smile. Know that justice is being served in the quiet hours of the night. Their mind is their prison, and they hold the key but refuse to turn it. You are free. Thank you for watching. If this video helped you take back your night, hit the like button and subscribe. Share this with a survivor who is still losing sleep over a ghost. The narcissist is awake, so you don't have to be. Sleep well. I'll see you in the next one.